that is the sweet potato curry with cauliflower rice, and I've left that portion here out for I cook it from scratch. I've practiced it, that's where that other bit came from. So here you go. This is Thermomix, an equipment that a piece of kit that actually lets you cook and do so much more attachments. This is the base, and the bowl is, this is the bowl, this is the top, and this is the lid of the top of the bowl. It also has the Varoma multi-layer cooking bowl with the tray inside that lets you cook multi-layered cooking, and usually it looks like, when it's all in action, and you will see it in a minute, that's how it's gonna look. So basically like that, that's the setup. I'm gonna show you the recipe that I'm going to cook. I'm going to lift it very gently because the feet of the base are where the scales are, and you have to be very gentle with it. So this is the recipe, and oh, by the way, I've stuffed them. This is the insert into the bowl. This is the insert for the bowl, and that goes in, and you can cook rice and other bits over the steam or over the sauce that's cooking underneath. And this is the cover for the lid that lets you, it's called splash cover. So if you're cooking something and oxygen still needs to get in, so nothing explodes, so you put this on, and there are holes that let it breathe, so to speak. So I'm going to put these two aside because we are not going to use them. Also, just two little things that are also coming with Thermomix is the whisk that lets you fluff up the ice cream to make it more Italian, and a special spatula that specially designed, and it works like this. The design is really good if you are cooking some rice or something and you need to get it out and it's very hot, in order to avoid being splashed with everything and hurting yourself with heat. Just get it out like this and just like put the side into the tray that you need. So it's all well designed, and I use it all the time because it's actually soft on this side like a normal spatula. So let's begin. I'm gonna press a button on the Thermomix that says it says continue, but it should say start from scratch. Should really show you what's going on in here, and I'm gonna bring the camera. Thermomix is using a special database of recipes called Cookie Dough, and right now Cookie Dough, that's the screen, and it shows you that I have my recipes. There are some bookmarked recipes that I've been either cooking or just selected for myself or for demo. Go back. I'm gonna press my week, and today I've selected to cook these two recipes. It is possible to plan your whole week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and keep them as your meal planner. And then recently cooked, it shows you what I've been up to recently, and yeah, I've tried a few things. I was pretty happy with that. Settings, if you want to change settings, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, etc. It's here, and help, so they can contact the necessary people. So we're gonna move on to recipes, and I want to go to my week and cook it again. Start cooking. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start cooking. the vegetarian curry before, not really, and the result was quite impressive. So when I pressed start button, this screen appeared and it looks like this. So it's asking me, is nudging me to get 450 grams of florets, but I'm cooking half the portion because I've cooked that once practicing, so I'm cutting that into two. The recipe requests, what recipe is asking me to do. So I'm gonna zero the weight at the moment, and I'm gonna put in the florets, and I need for 225 florets because I'm aiming for half of what was that? What's the recipe is requested? So I'm aiming for half of that. And I've got these little bits, so I'm just gonna slide them into the tray because they're already crushed up. I'm gonna put next. Then it says to put the lid on the cover and insert measuring cup into the mixing bowl, then press. So that's what I'm doing. Next, we'll have to close our ears because this bit is quite, it shows you that how many seconds the operation is going to take, the temperature and the speed of the blade. Thermomix knows the speed with which you need to go, and it will stop there. So I'm just gonna press it, and then but it's only for a few seconds, so that's okay. Next, here I'm asked by Thermomix to scrape down sides of the mixing bowl with spatula. That's what I'm going to do. So for this 3 seconds, Thermomix blitzed it up, and that's what it looks like. I'm gonna just go around the whole thing and just do this. Yeah, just try to. Now, what's next? Next, insert measuring cup into mixing bowl. It's gonna blitz some more for a few seconds as well. So I'm gonna 2 seconds. That's it. Okay, transfer to the aroma tray, leaving some holes unobstructed to steam to circulate the then set aside. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get my aroma tray. Aroma tray is this piece of kit, and I'm going to put this cauliflower rice into the tray. I'm just dribbling already talking about it. So that's what it looks like. Cauliflower rice spread on varoma tray. So I'm going to put the varoma tray inside the varoma bowl and set it aside here. So that's what I've done. Next, 20 grams of olive oil. So I'm going to put my tray back in. I'm going to zero it to be able to measure 20 milliliters. You have to be very careful because the olive oil is... So even though I'm not cooking for 4, I should have used half that oil. Well, I did all of it. 150 grams of onions. 120. So I need about 60 grams for half the portion. And I have some onions here that I've chopped before. I'm gonna 71 grams of next. 3 garlic cloves. Because my garlic cloves are very small, so I'm using, these are extra small garlic, so I'm using 2 garlic cloves. And that's it, they go in. Next, 1 red chili or 1/4 of chili powder or to taste. So 1/4 teaspoon. So I'm gonna use like the least amount of chili I can get, like half of 1/4. Just a teeny bit. Okay. That was unexpected. Chili. Next, measuring cup in. Mix it on top of the mixing bowl. I think we're gonna start cooking. I'm gonna press it, close it. Oh yeah, onion was chopped. Next, scrape down sides of the mixing bowl with spatula. So after all that cutting up, that's what happened. It was like this. I'm gonna just scrape it down. Just all that goodness, all that olive oil goes to the bottom of the tray. Next, insert measuring cup into the mixing bowl. Next, so we'll go cooking, and now we'll cook for 4 minutes. There's going to be frying going on, stewing, and that's the part that takes 4 minutes. So when I cooked this recipe earlier, I have to say I've never tried anything like this before. And it's one of Thermomix community's go-to recipes. I'm going to, I hope you like it. I'm going to ask Liam if Liam, do you want some of that curry in there? It's cauliflower rice and sweet potato curry spinach. So, I'm talking to the camera because I couldn't, wouldn't be able.
So you're absolutely wonderful as usual.
And while I'm talking to you, I'm gonna peel my potatoes, sweet potatoes for curry, because I haven't done that yet. So it gives me time to do the peeling.
What was this called?
It's sweet potato and spinach with cauliflower rice. It's a healthy vegetarian. So, I know people who don't take off skin of potatoes. I myself oftentimes do not practice peeling the potatoes because it is said that a lot of vitamins actually in the skin. So, but this now, today, because it's the recipe that I've never tried before, and I want to know what it's like originally in the original state. So that's why I've been filling it up, and I'm gonna dice it as well. I have to say that the recipe that actually came out to be a little bit more chunkier than I anticipated, more blended more than I anticipated, but maybe that is because I've chopped it up pretty small. Quite finely. So I'm just gonna be very start to collect skin. Put it into my recycling later. I'm gonna leave them bigger chunks. So 9 more seconds and the job is done. Okay, next 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds. Here we go. The big flavoring happening. 2 teaspoons. Because I'm cooking half of the portion, I'm gonna put 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. Okay, 1. Next, 3 teaspoons of curry powder. I'm not going to put too much. Today I have tandoori masala. I'm going to put that. I'm going to put 1 teaspoon, and I think that's about enough. Okay. Next, insert measuring cup into the mixing bowl. Leave the pan. Aha. Okay, so it's going to be 2 minutes. Mixing for 2 minutes. I did it wrong. It should have been just 1, but I went for the whole whack. Felt wrong. Is it possible to stop it? Thank goodness for that. Yeah, so I thought that Thermomix doesn't let you stop it, doesn't let you go beyond the recipe, but obviously it does. It just hints you at what it should be, but lets you do what you want. Okay, lesson learned. There you go. Learned that today. How is it? Is it? Oh, you can have to Okay, 29 seconds. 29 seconds. Let me know what you think about this recipe. Would you think about the whole demo? Where did I go wrong? What did I do right? Yeah, these comments would be very helpful to me. 5 seconds left. Okay, so look. Next, 600 grams of. We're gonna put half of it, so we're gonna put 300 grams. Okay, I want to kind of very good scales. That's one of the big advantages. It measures each gram, while previously it was measuring by 10 grams. So the precision increased. It's lovely. So 60 grams of tomato sauce. I'm going to put some, actually 30 grams because I'm using half of it. Okay. 20 grams straight away. Okay, I've done that. 41 grams. Pretty good. Must have been quite vigorous. Okay. Next, 500 grams of water. Oh, because previously I cooked it with water and I didn't have, I was using water but I didn't have the right stock. So right now I'm going to use stock that I have, which is the chicken stock, and I need to use it up actually. So I'm gonna put this weight on. It's a chicken stock that I used with mushrooms, that's hence the dark color. So 250 it should be, almost a bit more than that, but that I don't need that. Measuring cup into mixing bowl, need that. So I did double the weight of liquid to all the other measurements. I think I'm gonna, because of that, I'm gonna chop up and try to make it more bulkier. Try to save my recipe. Oh my gosh! I'll try not to make this mistake again. How embarrassing. Okay, so I'm gonna put the lid on all of this. Next. And now it should be cooking for 8 minutes. 8 minutes is the waiting time. If you don't mind, I will simply tidy up my table. And yeah, maybe crunch on some cauliflower. As I remember, I will have to put a little bit of black pepper in. So I'm just gonna blitz it while we're waiting. I can smell the pepper. Asked me if I was using my flour, and with this 2 minutes left, what can I say? I hope you guys are doing well, and thank you for the time that you've spending on watching me cook. Thank you for your comments. Hopefully in the coming days. It's been really, really nice. I'm pleased that this device is in the kitchen. It's helping. Feels like, yeah, I wish I'd known that this device existed earlier. I wish I'd known and got it by now. Today, by the way, 0% APR was available, and you could use the 0% APR to purchase this device in 1 year and 12 months, and each month it works out about 95.75 and 95.25, and I think that's comparable with an iPhone or a fancy phone, for which you pay over a long time, 2 years or something, and this thing gets upgraded all the time. Recently it got upgraded into the modes of cooking perfect boiled eggs. Because the eggs are cooked in this steaming bowl, they come out perfectly done and as you wanted. Also, a couple of things were added. You could now keep the food warm in Thermomix. Previously that feature was not available. And you can also use different pre-wash cycles in order to pre-clean it, depending on what was in it. If there is 4 modes. One is universal for everything, one is for dough, sticky dough, one is for fat, and one is for browning, when things get really in need of tidying up. Okay, I'm thinking that it's nearly done cooking, and it's got 4 seconds to go. And we should